Good afternoon, this is Kenny. In this video I'm going to show you how I do the muscadine trellis. um, Initially I have one 6-inch post go across with the wire on the top, um, and after 5 to 6 years it collapsed because the weight was just too heavy. It doesn't even matter how many posts I put in the middle, it just collapsed. So I do a little bit of research, and there are lots of ways to do it, but I like this H post trellis style because I can use the top and I can grow it all the way. I can grow my muscadine all the way to the edge. Um, so let's start. To get an H post, you need an 8-foot, 6 inches round post. You can also use the 6x6 square post I see at Home Depot. For me, I use an 8-foot, 6-inch round post. It was a lot cheaper back before COVID, but now it's very expensive. If I do it now, I would just use a regular 6x6 square post. In the middle, I use a 6 feet with 4-inch in diameter round post. You can also use a 4x4 square post. The 2x4 are not good because they kind of bend. But if you can find a post that doesn't bend, any post would do. Metal post, anything in the middle would work. How I put in the end post is I dug a hole. I drop this down to, I drop about 2 feet in the ground, and I have a metal post. Not metal, I don't know what it's called, like concrete breaker or something. It's round on one end and it's flat on the other one. It's kind of heavy, and I just dump the dirt in. I pack the dirt in very tightly, as tightly as I could. And I do it in sections, so the dirt around the post is extremely tight. And then at the end I put a little more dirt on top. It's harder to see here, but it's actually a mound around the old post, hopefully to get the water to go around it and not into the post. I originally wanted to do concrete, but I read that concrete made the post actually rot a little faster, so that's why I do it this way. It's been 5 years. Look, it looks very good. So it seems like it's working. How I put the middle brace in is I put a nail in here, like the big one. I don't know what the nail is called. It's like almost the size of my pinky. I drill it in, and then I cut off the end, and then I leave about like that much on the end, but I cut off the cap, and then I drill a hole on this side, and I did the same thing on the other side, and I basically just put the nail into the hole and leave it there. And the purpose of the H brace is to move the weight from pulling from here down to pulling from here. Basically, this is pulling this way, and this is pulling back this way, and then this is pushing that way. So you basically pushing the post at that level right there, which is why it's very sturdy. It's very, very strong. Imagine pulling the post sideways from the bottom, right? That's very hard to do, versus at the top you got a lot of lever, so it will collapse a lot easier. The way I did it, I didn't measure anything. I just eye it. I just look straight down the row like this, and I have the end post down there, and so I just make sure that I can't see it, you know. I just, it's straight down like that. I didn't have a wire or anything, which I think I should have done, but I did not. But it worked out pretty well. In the middle I have this tensioner going from this. I have a nail here to hold the wire up, and a nail at the bottom here to hold the wire down right here. And then in between I have a tensioner right here. As you can see, it's very tight from the weight of the, I don't know if you can see the wire move. Yeah, I don't know if you can see the vine move shaking when I do that. See, it's very tight right now because there are more weight. This side is very tight because this side this side is have more sun, so I started with this. And this side I keep changing my mind on which variety I want as a pollinator. So I have a tensioner right here. I have a tensioner going across, and on the other side I also have a very similar setup on the other side, but pulling this way. You know, this side is pulling this way, that side pulling this way, so it's the opposite. So I mean, it still go down to the outside like this. So when you do it, you gotta think when you pushing this direction, it's making this thing falling this way, right? Because you're squeezing it like this, so it's making it fall this way. So on the other side, it's squeezing it this way and trying to make it go that way, the opposite of this. I will go to the other side in a little bit, but as you can see, it goes to the top. I try to grow my muscadine closer to the post right here because this have a lot of support. And then every 20 feet or so, I put a T-post in there. See, a T-post, and then the wire would just hook up. And the wire it's just hold up by this thing over here, and then the metal is holding it in, so it won't drop down. It's actually worked out very well. Keeping it there, is very good at keeping it there. Just a quick look. This is a Ruby Chris variety. It's so good. But let's not deviate. Before I had the T-post, I had these round posts. So I also use it to hold up the wire. Oh man, look at all that aphids. I just rub it like this to get it off, all the aphid off. I don't spray much, but you can spray. I'm not anti-spray or anything. It doesn't make sense. I mean, it's too much work for me to mix and spray. I like it to do that. This is Supreme. Look how nice that is. Here's another T-post right here. I grow my vine right next to the T-post because it hold up all the weight. I found that it's better that way. If you do the post at the end, the middle will sag very hard. In my experience, it sagged very hard for me. So I moved the post to near the vine. So right here is another T-post. I tried to switch side on my wire, so this one faced that one, the next one would face the other way. Yeah, as you can see, it's facing this way. See, I just pound the T-post down and then put the metal hook on it like this. It's keep it in place very well. This is Eudora. I don't have anything yet on it, so I was hoping to get a tasting, but it's growing very well. It's in a shady area, so may not get a lot of fruit, but I just want to know what it tastes like. If it's good, I'll make more and move it somewhere else. Here's the other side. I should put another nail and just keep this here, but I haven't done that yet. But as you can see, the other side is the same way. You're shifting the weight down to that corner out, right? So very similar. Put the nail in here, nail to hold that there, nail to hold the wire coming up, tensioner right here, tensioner right here to tension it, although I don't think you need one, but I did it just in case because the weight keep pulling this way. So when you tension the top, it automatically pull it. I mean tension this. So maybe these extra that wouldn't be needed, but at the time I thought I needed one down there. So yeah, this is the other end. As you can see, this is 140 feet across. Very long, very long. Let's walk back that way. Um, yeah, this side is very sunny, so I put all my favorite. This is like three rosa on here. Roses is so good. It's my favorite early variety right now. I hope it was a purple one though, with less rot, but it's so good. It is so good. Yeah. I keep the row spacing about 8 feet. I could do 6 feet, but 8 feet is good for running the mower in the middle. Yeah, that's it. This is Supreme. I will do a video on the variety later, but yeah, as you can see, it's holding it up very well. I think I can hang on the trellis myself, actually. I just hung on. I wouldn't advise it, but you know, to test it, definitely. See, another row down there. I didn't plant much because it's in shade. Yeah, T-post right next to the vine. This is Black Beauty, but yeah, I like this setup very much. This is what I mean. I can grow the vine all the way to the end, so that's why I picked this style. But there's a lot of ways to solve the trellising issue. This is just my way. Hopefully I explained enough for you to get started. Thank you for watching. See ya.